Hello everyone, I'm Akshay Matthew of Karunya, and today we are going to be doing our seventh experiment, a seventh practicum in computer C programming. Um, Even though I should be doing it in Visual Code, for some reason there was this weird bug on Visual Code which I tried figuring out using ChatGPT and asked my friends, but still I couldn't figure it out. It was some library issue, something. But for the thing is, there is no problem with the code, but it works on compilers and stuff. This problem was also there with few of my classmates too. So we I decided to do it in programmers. So here we go. So the seventh practicum which I'll be doing now here, it's based on getting the enzyme. It based on enzyme activity. So we are going to get an array from a user with how many enzymes are there, number of enzymes, activity and stuff. So after getting the enzyme, we are going to get the sum of the enzymes, total sum of the enzymes, the average of the enzymes, and we are also going to find the minimum number of the enzyme and the maximum enzyme activity. So yeah, let's get straight into the coding. So we start with hashtag include um, stdio.h, which is basically the header line. We use that int main, and so as per these sort of stuffs are given in the question itself, like the variables like float, int, and int sum equals 0. Those stuff is already given and mentioned in the question, so that's why we are using float, int and stuff. We are using float for average because average can be decimal value, so we are using float in that case. So first of all, we are trying to get the number of elements in that array. So we get the array elements, which we are then storing it as a square brackets and n, which stores this number of elements in here. Then we'll be getting the values of the array. Now first we input the elements, I mean get the number of elements of the array, then we get the input to get the elements in the array. Like for example, if I give a number of elements of the array equals 3, the next the values I could input is like 5, 4 and 3, etc. So then we do the for loop for getting the array, because it's an array. We shouldn't be using it can't be we can't use normal printf to get store the values in an array. We usually use for to get the store or do any problems related to arrays. Then to find the sum, so for to find the sum, we'll be starting from the left side of the array and then go to the right side. So basically the first element will be added to 0, then it will repeat. Since this function of sum is being based on arrays, we are using for loop for this. So the for loop when I equals 0, I less than n, I plus plus, and we know that in sum equals 0, which implies here sum equals sum plus a of I. Let's say the a of the first element 0 would be 2 or something. So now as of now the sum will be stored as sum equals 0, because int here is 0. So 0 plus 2. So now it will be equals to 2. Now this 2 is stored as the new sum. Now this is the for loop, so it continues till it satisfies the equation or the iterations, till the iterations get fulfilled. So it repeats, it goes on continuously, and then we'll get the sum. To find the average, you know that we have stored sum as integer and our average as float. We do this, which is change the data of it manually, and we do that, and sum by n. So average is basically the sum of the total number of stuff divided by the number of elements, so we get it. Minimum will be a of 0 and max will be max we are keeping it as a of 0 as of now. So then we are using for loops again, since it's a function based on arrays, so we are using a for loop. So when a of I is less than minimum is a of 0 as of now. So if let's say the first element is 2, the second element is 1, and third element is 3, this loop continues till it gets a minimum, and this same thing will apply for maximum 2. So basically what happens here is the first element, so now the thing is minimum a of 0 is stored as 1, let's say 2. The elements are as of now are 2, 1, 3. So when this starts, so this doesn't fulfill this, so then I will go to 1. If I is less than minimum, the minimum will be changed. So second element of us is 1, so minimum as of now is 2. So is 1 less than 2? Yes, it satisfies the equation. so that the min's new value will be stored as 1. Then the thing runs again, where like I is now 3, i's value is 3. So is 3 less than 1? No. So like the minimum's value will be stored at 1. The same applies for 4. The max, to find the maximum. Why did I say 4? I have no clue. So like, yeah, to find the max, the same logic applies, but the difference is the sign changing. So when a equals 0, so I mean a of 0, so a of 0 is 2 right now, so 2 and 2 doesn't matter. So like 1 is 1 lesser than, I mean, is 1 greater than 2? No. So the max will remain at 2. Then it will go to the next element, which is 3. So when we do 3 here, is 3 greater than 2? Yes, 3 is obviously greater than 2. So then the new value of max will be actually a of I, which is 3. That's it. That's how we get the max, minimum, sum, and the average of the enzyme activity. So now let's just run the program and see how it is. So first, the number of elements. Let's just go with basic 5. Enter 5 values. We'll go with 6, 7, 4, 1, and 8. That's a slight problem here, I think. Uno minuto. Print F. Apologies. Yes, now we'll run with the same stuff. Run 5, 6, 7, 4, 1, and 8. Yes, so the sum, we know how the sum works, where it adds up the values. The average is 26 by 5, which is 5.2, and the minimum number over here is 1, which also came in this equation, and the maximum also we found out, which is 8 in this. So yeah, code execution successful. So see you guys in the practicum, mate. Bye.